Well, the media is still trying to keep hope of new Doctor Who alive, but J. Michael Straczynski kind of posted something savage. I don't know if he did it intentionally, but it's kind of weird at the same time. I will go over the Doctor Who in the toilet in just a moment as we talk about exactly what we know is coming, because we know that Doctor Who is kind of in a lull state right now. This is your Real Science Fiction News. We cover everything here. My name's John Delarose. I appreciate you being here, and if you like science fiction and fantasy, I would love for you to check out my novel, The Stars Entwined. This is a story about a man who embeds himself on an alien starship in the middle of a war to try to save humanity, bring back vital information on the war effort to home, and gets embroiled in a big conflict that blows up over 3 books. You're going to love this. It's a lot of fun, great character moments, just like Doctor Who used to have before it went all crazy, and I appreciate you guys checking it out. Grab it in the description below. It's available on ebook, print, and audio. Really appreciate you being here. All right, so yes, we just got another promising update on the future of Doctor Who. Thank goodness we did not. And there's nothing new here. I feel like the media is just trying desperately to keep Doctor Who alive. Now, we know over the last couple of years that the Ncuti Gatwa Russell T Davies gay marriage from hell really destroyed the show. They turned the Doctor into a gay black man. It didn't make any sense. It was just a bunch of rambles at the audience about identity politics. The second season in particular was actually attacking the audience more often than not. A weird thing where Russell T Davies actually wrote into the script these lines that were just very poignantly mad at the audience for not receiving this very well. It was the strangest self-insert I've ever seen. And of course, the ratings declined at a rapid rate, with Season 2 posting the lowest in Doctor Who history. Now, Disney has a contract with Doctor Who, and this article actually reveals that there's a little more to it, perhaps, than otherwise. But this is a pretty interesting thing as we get into this, because they keep speculating. When will Doctor Who be back? When will Disney make a decision? And Bad Wolf Productions head Jane Tranter, who actually emailed me once, by the way, interestingly enough, about my coverage, doesn't respond these days for whatever reason, dispelling fears that Doctor Who has been canceled. However, this doesn't mean that it's coming back right away. Of course, this is what it means. Yes, dispelling fears Doctor Who has been canceled, however, doesn't mean it's coming back right away. So it's for all intents and purposes right now kind of canceled. It is in limbo. They are not filming anything. They are not committing to anything. They don't know what's happening going forward. They don't even have a cast or even a showrunner potentially going forward. It is stuck. And so by the time they get all of that going, we're talking that would be into 2026. By the time they get to filming on that kind of thing, you're getting into 2027. You might have something coming in 2027. You might have it in 2028. So at least you have a 3-year hiatus, which, is for something that's been going on for 60 plus years, kind of a cancellation. It's a short-term cancellation at the very least. Now, it is a brand that makes a lot of money for the BBC. The merch alone makes the brand very, very profitable. And so they do want to keep this going, because that's about all they've got that has this kind of a huge following that stays perennially like this. And so they do need to do something with Doctor Who. It is just a matter of what, it's a matter of when, it's a matter of how, as they said. So this has been going on. It is, for all intents and purposes, like I said, canceled. Doctor Who is, Ncuti Gat was out, gone. Billie Piper did that last minute come in. They did not have any plans for her to be the Doctor or anything like that. That was a Hail Mary pass that they were trying to push. I'm sorry, this is American football reference, by the way. For those who are my UK audience out there. If you don't know American football and a Hail Mary pass, oh gosh, I'm not going to explain it. It's sports ball, my friends. Anyway. With that, they did not have any plan or anything going forward, because actually the season that Russell T Davies wrote for the next one was intended to have Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor. He did no concept that this was going to be gone, or at least hid his head in the sand to the point where he just hoped it would continue. So here's what's interesting about the contract, as we have learned about this. Bad Wolf Studios has a contract with Disney to co-produce 26 episodes. When it came to Disney Plus' move for international markets, Tranter insists that Disney Plus can walk away after 26 episodes, but they need to honor that deal. So far, 21 episodes have aired. And this is what's interesting on this. 3 anniversary specials and 2 Christmas specials. and the other 8 episodes of each have got with seasons. So that means there's 5 technically that Disney still has under contract, which is very interesting. I did not know this information before this came out. I also don't know if it's exactly true, but this is what at least they're saying over at Bad Wolf and the BBC. Then and only then does Disney Plus have to make a decision about whether they want to do more. Now, the season didn't do well for Disney. They were not very happy about it. Disney bosses behind the scenes were commenting about how they did not like what was going on with the show. It was not doing very well for them in general. And I know that Disney really was interested in Doctor Who because they wanted to try to get those back catalog episodes, and they wanted to get that over onto Disney Plus. So far, that's not materialized, but Doctor Who has strangely disappeared from HBO Max as far as like the David Tennant and Christopher Eccleston era forward stuff, whereas the old stuff is on a weird thing called like BritBox. So I really think there's a lot of potential back content there. If you don't know, Paramount Plus and of course the licensing department there makes a ton of money off of Star Trek because people subscribe and of course they watch all the Next Generation, Deep Space Nine original series over and over and over again. Those series really last, and so it's a big moneymaker getting those sort of back catalogs. That's what Disney wants out of this. They've been unable to secure this for so far. They're not super interested in these new episodes, which are not performing well and are not getting a lot of repeat views. So this is pretty interesting. So the speculation here is what's going to happen. There might not be a season here of 5 episodes that's happening. It might be random specials that are going to be coming at Christmas or whatever over the next few years, and of course starting in 2027, 2028, and that would be, of course, Doctor Who just barely continuing and scraping along without a full-on TV series. Now, that's, of course, not an ideal thing for the BBC. That's not enough to keep an audience engaged or keep people happy with what's going on at all at this level. Now, the BBC, of course, wants this to continue themselves because they know that this is a cash cow, especially if they can right the ship somehow. We'll see if they can. But they say, at its heart, it's a BBC show. We will keep going one way or another. So it's not a case if the series will be renewed. It will be when. And, of course, we knew this all going along. The BBC's been saying this over long, as much as it's got the clickbait. We just got a promising update. It's not. Nothing's moved forward. Nothing's changed. They don't have a plan even still. Disney does seem to be holding them up. They seem to be wanting to hold Disney to the fire. That sounds like there's a lot of disorganization more than anything else. I wouldn't call it something hopeful or good. Now, I teased something about J. Michael Straczynski at the beginning of this video that's very, very funny because the real absolute state of Doctor Who can be summed up in one image right here. TARDIS toilet here. And he says, I have no words. Now, I don't know if he's making a commentary on where Doctor Who's been and how it sank so low or not. I do know that J. Michael Straczynski, who was the showrunner for Babylon 5, moved to the UK, is seeking work, is really, really hoping he wants the Doctor Who job. He's posted that he's wanted it. He's attempted to get it before. So maybe he's continuing to do the talks of Doctor Who to kind of keep that dream alive as he's out there. I don't know that this is a good publicity move, though, because this does imply that, of course, there's a TARDIS in the toilet, and that's kind of what's happened with Doctor Who all the way around. Let's see. I haven't actually looked at any of the comments yet. Years of watching Doctor Who now makes you think it must be huge on the inside. Is it bigger on the inside? I don't see. He blocks a lot of people who would be critical of Doctor Who, so you're not getting a lot of Doctor Who comments about how this is a pretty funny, snarky thing. But as far as I don't have any, here's one right now. Here's Gatwa actually going into this. I just need to lay some cable, and there's Russell T Davies in there, and men pretending to be women in the other. This is a pretty good one right here. But there's not a lot of that going on because, again, just of who he blocks on this level, which are the regular Doctor Who fans who are very frustrated and do view that Doctor Who's in the toilet. So very funny stuff. This is meme material all day long. If you guys are Doctor Who fans and want to have some fun with this one, I would enjoy it. What do you think about this? Do you believe that Doctor Who's going to be back anytime soon? Love to hear from you. Are you still hopeful for the show at all? Do you even care at this juncture? Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate you. And if you want to check out some good sci-fi, please check out The Stars Entwined in the description below. We'll be back soon.